Hey guys, so I'm going to do the working stay-at-home mom tag. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, I saw Obs and Lala and Carly Nicole Elliott do it recently. I think actually they started it along with somebody else. I'm not sure who, sorry. Maybe I'll put their links down below. But yeah, I thought it looked like a fun tag. It was kind of like you can get to know me a little bit better, so I thought, why not? I'm going to do it. So I have the questions here on my phone. If I'm looking down, that's what's going on. So, and I'll put all the questions down below in case you guys want to do it too. General questions. So there's kind of like a working mom side and a stay-at-home mom side, and I'll kind of explain to you what I'm going to do in a second. Okay, so general questions. Are you a stay-at-home mom or a working mom? And I honestly don't really know what to classify myself as. Before I had my first daughter, I was working full-time, and then I live in Canada, so we get a year of maternity leave, so essentially I was a stay-at-home mom for a year. And then when I went back to work, I went back full-time again, but only for 6 months, because I actually went back to work 3 months pregnant, so I only went back for 6 months. And then again, I've been off for a year, so I've kind of been a stay-at-home mom for the past year, well, 2 really. And I just recently went back to work, but I've gone back part-time, like super part-time, 2 days a week. So yeah, I guess I'm a working mom, but not really. Nothing compared to when I was working full-time. What made you come to that decision? Well, I mean, with the 1-year maternity leave, there really wasn't a decision. I, of course, took the 1 year, and it was amazing. Why did I decide to go back part-time instead of full-time? Well, really it came down to childcare costs. Childcare is so expensive. And we had Kayla in, she was in 3 days a week of daycare. So she wasn't even in 5 days. We found like family to help out the other 2 days while I was pregnant with Riley, and it was super expensive, and I worked out the cost of what it would be for 2 children, and I'd actually be losing money if I went back to work full-time. So that kind of made my decision for me. Was your mom, is that the next question? Yeah. Was your mom a stay-at-home mom or a working mom? My mom was a working mom, although I think she went down part-time when we were really young, but she's always been a working mom. How old are your children? Kayla's 2.5 and Riley is 11 months. Are you part of any mom groups, play groups? Not officially. I'm part of like an online type group where they list all the outings going on, and then you can just go meet up with them if you want to, but honestly I haven't done anything with them in quite a while. But I do have a lot of friends who have kids around the same age, so it's kind of nice, so we hang out with them a lot. Okay, so I think for the most part I'm going to answer working mom questions, but I am going to answer a few stay-at-home mom questions because I feel like I'm connected with the stay-at-home moms. Like I've been doing that this whole past year. Well, really 2. Okay, but I'll start with the working mom questions. Do you work out of the home? Do you work out of the home or in the home? I work out of the home. What is your job title? I'm an aquatic programmer. What are your main responsibilities at your job? I work at a pool and I program all the types of lessons that go on in the facility, and I hire the staff and I train the staff and I supervise the staff, like lifeguard instructor staff. Yeah, and just like ongoing development of everything aquatic. That's kind of what I do. Super fun job, by the way. When did you go back to work after having your children? With Kayla, I went back when she was 11 months old, and with Riley, I went back when she was 10 months old. And that's because I split part of my maternity leave with my husband. He took some paternity leave, so you get a year combined between the 2 of you, and you can split it however you want. So that's why I went back before she was a year old. I keep losing my spot. Did you go to school for this career? Yes and no. I have a degree. I have a degree in human kinetics, but it was never my goal to become an aquatic programmer. I kind of just fell into that. Going to school the whole time I was actually wanting to be a teacher, and that's the kind of path I was following until my 4th year. I did a practicum at an elementary school, which is what I totally thought I wanted to do, and I hated it. And I'm really thankful I found out then, because I was about to apply for the 1-year teaching certificate program for right after when my degree ended, and I decided right then and there that this is not for me. So yes, I do need that particular degree for the job I'm doing, but I didn't take that degree for the job that I'm doing. Did that make sense? Anyways, I hope it did. How many hours do you work a week? Right now I work 16, 2 8-hour days. It's awesome. What do you do for childcare? What's even more awesome is that I work Fridays and Saturdays, which you may think sounds undesirable, but it works out so good because Fridays my mother-in-law has off from her job, so she watches the girls. And Saturday, of course, is the weekend, so Harrison is home. So we have no childcare costs for me working those 2 days, which is awesome. Has your job changed since having children? No. What is one thing you love about being a working mom? Honestly, working is a lot easier than staying at home 100% of the time. In my case, I'm not going to say that for everybody, but when I got to go back to work 2 days a week, it felt like I finally had somewhat of a break, if that makes sense. Yes, I'm working, but when you're at home, it's a different kind of working. When you're at work, you have the time to think and not have children in your ear and I don't know, and then you have that time driving to work and from work, and you have your lunch break. There's just a lot more downtime than when you're at home and you're on 24/7. So I did look forward to that going back. However, when I went back full-time, it was just too much for me. I felt like I couldn't balance home life. I found that really difficult too. So I see kind of both ends of the picture, why it's difficult being a stay-at-home mom and why it's difficult being, a full-time working mom. What is one thing you hate about being a working mom? Well, obviously just it's time away from your children. I want to see their first. I want to see them do everything first. I want to be there. I'm working Saturdays, so I'm going to miss a lot of birthday parties, things like that, but the benefits, money-wise outweigh the cons of not working at all, so that extra income really does help us. Otherwise, I probably would just be a stay-at-home mom. Okay, a couple of the stay-at-home mom questions. Did you always know you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom? No, I never really thought that was something I'd want to do, but now that I have kids, it sounds really appealing. I really did like staying home. How long do you plan to stay home? Well, I'm not really home, so I'm not going to answer that question. Although, when my kids do get into school, when I've had all my children and they all are school age, I will probably go back to work full-time. Did you go to school before becoming a stay-at-home mom? Yes. If you worked before having children, do you miss it? I kind of missed it when I was on maternity leave, but going back part-time was nice. Do you have a daily routine or you just go with the flow? We kind of have a routine. It's not set in stone, but our days are always the same. Our girls get up around the same time, we do breakfast, we get dressed, then we go on some sort of outing or we have something to do. We're pretty busy most of the time, whether it be going, I don't know, to see friends or doing an activity, or if I go to the gym, I drop them at childcare. There's always something going on in the morning, and then we come home and we do lunch and they have naps, and then they get up. So it's kind of the same in that sense, but then different, and that we do something different every day. Do you keep up with the housework, or is it shared by your husband partner? We somewhat share it, which is kind of nice. He is the cook in our family, if you haven't already noticed by his cooking vlogs. So he kind of takes care of the kitchen. He does the cooking and he does the cleaning of the kitchen, and then I do everything else, laundry and vacuuming and bathrooms and such. So I think that's all I wanted to answer from stay-at-home mom. Yeah, so that's it for the working stay-at-home mom tag. I hope it helps you get to know me a little bit better, and if you want to do it, definitely do it and let me know so that I can watch. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye!